Last goodbye for President George H.W. Bush. The final services begin later this morning after the state funeral Wednesday, where America's 41st president was remembered for his service, his statesmanship, and his decency. George W. Bush capped it off with an emotional eulogy for his father and fellow president as all of America's living presidents watched from Washington's National Cathedral. Our senior national correspondent Terry Moran is there now. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, George. Well, as Washington gets back to business, maybe there's something lingering in the air here. We can only hope. From what we were all celebrating at this cathedral in that touching and splendid ceremony yesterday, the gift of a good American life, a gift George Bush gave the country he loved. As some of the final mourners pay their respects to the late president this morning, it was on Wednesday, in solemn splendor, that the nation paused to honor George Herbert Walker Bush, an affectionate farewell to a president, an American patriot of the old school, and a good man. Amid high ceremony, sorrow, and plenty of laughter, members of current and past cabinets and Congresses all gathered in unity in remembrance of a man whose lifelong ambition was to serve in high office and in daily life. This historic moment, the 43rd president, his son, George W. Bush, celebrating his father's legacy by talking about what he learned about being a president.
He showed me what it means to be a president who serves with integrity, leads with courage, and acts with love in his heart for the citizens of our country. When the history books are written, they will say that George H.W. Bush was a great president of the United States.
And there in the front, a tableau of our history. 4 U.S. presidents looking on, together for the first time since President Trump's inauguration. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump both greeting their immediate predecessors, former President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. Former President Bill Clinton looked on, and Hillary Clinton mostly choosing to look straight ahead at the altar. Seated next to her, former President Jimmy Carter and Rosalind Carter. There were plenty of tears, but lighthearted moments, too, including this affectionate roast from 41's good friend, former Wyoming Senator Alan Simpson, who said Bush loved a good joke.
But he never, ever could remember a punchline. And I mean never.
And in a poignant moment, the 43rd president overcome with emotion, a loving son's goodbye to his dad.
And we're going to miss you. Your decency, sincerity, and kind soul will stay with us forever. So through our tears, let us know the blessings of knowing and loving you, a great and noble man, the best father a son or daughter could have. And in our grief, let us smile knowing that Dad is hugging Robin and holding Mom's hand again.
Just a shattering moment there. It's hard to say goodbye to a man like that, even after all these years. And the family will say its final farewell in Houston, and then that train ride aboard locomotive 4141 to have George Bush taken to his final resting place in College Station, Texas. George?
And Terry, we now know that President Bush got to hear at least one of the eulogies.
What a great story this is, George. So John Meacham, his biographer, in his final months, he'd polished up the eulogy, and he called George Bush. He said, "Do you want to hear it?" He said, "Yes, he did." So he read out the eulogy we heard yesterday, a fine eulogy. And George Bush's reaction, very typical. He said, "That's a lot about me, John."
That is the idea. Okay, Terry, thanks. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.